Goodbye, Mary Poppins. Don't stay away too long.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
Oh, come on, you knew I was gonna use that. Everybody's using that clip. In fact, if you find any other good uses of that clip, please let me know down below. I want to see all these just because I love that bit. I just love it. So yeah, let me know down below. What's up, y'all? My name's Robert Adams with Cinefanatics, and I am here today to review Mary Poppins Returns. Mary Poppins is a very near and dear character to me because I grew up watching Mary Poppins pretty much like every Saturday morning. So I love the character of Mary Poppins. And when I heard that they were finally going to make a sequel, my first thought was like, oh no, why? You're gonna damage my childhood. Please keep in mind, I have a certain connection to this movie that I would say that other people may or may not have. If you also grew up watching Mary Poppins, you might feel the same way. That's where my opinion and my outlook on this new movie is going to come from. On the other hand, though, is what's really funny is in preparation for Mary Poppins Returns, I decided to go back and watch Mary Poppins, and it's kind of amazing as to what you see, what you pick up on as an adult compared to a kid. Like some of my favorite bits from this movie.
The constable is really sponsible. Now how does that sound?
Crap, mega crap.
I don't think we need bother the police, dear. The facts of the matter...
Kindly do not attempt to cloud the issue with facts.
I absolutely love that line. In fact, I almost would want to use that. Like if I'm getting into an argument or heavy discussion with someone and I know I'm going to lose, I'm just going to start throwing that out. Please do not cloud the issue with facts.
Though we adore men individually, we agree that as a group they're rather stupid.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Soon that tuppence, safely invested in the bank, will compound.
See, now I know as a kid, that's not what you want to hear, but as an adult, that's some pretty sound financial investing advice. In fact, I would love to get good financial investing advice like that right now. The last one I got, it was, well...
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap.
So one of the first things about Mary Poppins Returns was the story of this. You've seen in the trailer that something's going on with Michael and Jane Banks and that Mary Poppins returns to help them out. I don't want to go into details, no spoilers on this, but the story is actually a very good story, and you really see a good reason as to why Mary Poppins is returning to the Banks family. Some of the things, though, pretty awesome was the pacing at this. When we first open up to the Banks home, we see Jane and Michael as adults, and we see Michael's kids running around, and there's all kinds of scurrying and everything. It very much did remind me of the beginning of Mary Poppins. When we first go into the Banks home, we see Ellen, the maid, the cook, chef. Katie Nana is in the process of trying to quit, and the mom, Winifred Banks, comes home and starts singing Sister Suffragette. We see like all these quick rapid fire of everything that's going on, and they copied that almost exactly in this movie. So it really did have that nostalgia feeling of the old movie in it. The actual score of this movie, not the musical numbers, but the overall score that you hear while the movie is going on, there was a lot of callbacks to the original songs. Of course, they didn't sing or play the original songs in this, but they did have it incorporated as a part of the score. like when we first see the Fidelity Fiduciary Bank, you hear the song that they sang to Michael and Jane in the movie.
In the doors, tomes, mousely grubs, Fidelity Fiduciary Bank.
So while using the older music, they also had other nods that I would say was the setup of how they did it. The newer songs, you could tell the newer songs were written and that the songs themselves were a callback to the previous songs. You could tell out of these new songs, which honestly I didn't listen to any of the new songs before going into this, so I heard them for the first time while watching the movie. But you can tell out of these new songs which song is supposed to be the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious song, which song is like Feed the Birds, or the song Stay Awake that she sings to them. So all of those are nods to how the original songs were used in the movie. There's also the nods of like the sequences. Like in the original movie, you had the Ed Wynn character of Uncle Albert that would laugh and then would float up to the ceiling. In this movie, you have a character pretty similar to it, which was like Cousin Topsy, that was Meryl Streep, that she's in kind of also a weird sequence like that. And like you could tell that sequence was created again to call back to the Uncle Albert scene from the first movie. There's also like the animation, like in the original movie they go into the sidewalk chalk drawing. In this one they do go to like another animated fair. There's the music hall that they go to. There's a lot of this animation where they animate the animals and everything. What was great about that is the animation that they used looked exactly like the animation from the original. It looked like it was hand-drawn, and I don't know if it was hand-drawn or if it was hand-drawn, like, say, in a computer and then updated, but it was the same visual style. The lines maybe were a little bit cleaner, especially like on the penguins, which we were familiar with the penguins in the original. Now we see the updated penguins, and you can tell they've been updated, but they are still the same visual look and feel of the original movie. Overall, I'm going to have to say I really did like this movie. There were a few bits and pieces of it that were kind of slow, and I was kind of like, about, but overall the acting was great. Emily Blunt was fantastic, and she very much nailed the role that was created by Julie Andrews for this. Lin-Manuel Miranda as the sidekick, I guess, Jack, did a fantastic job. You've got Ben Whishaw and Emily Mortimer as Jane and Michael Banks, grown up now, and they did a fantastic job as well. There's a couple other like little nods to other characters. Like I said, Admiral Boom, the next door neighbor that shoots off the cannon, was in this. A couple other characters from the original movie, not played by the original actors. Which brings me into probably the final thing I would say. I don't like the fact of how much the trailer revealed. There was some stuff in the trailer that if you didn't know going into this movie, it would have left you guessing a little bit more and not anticipating what was going to happen or what could happen in this movie. Again, overall, I liked the movie. I would have to say, on a scale of 5, I would probably actually rank this maybe about 4 Mary Poppins umbrella handles. Yeah, that parrot thing. Pretty good movie. If you like the original, you'll like this one. This movie is also good if you haven't seen the original, so feel free to go watch it if you have not seen the original, although I highly recommend the original. It is such a good movie. Anyways, so that's going to be it for this review. Like I said, my name's Robert Adams. We are the Cinefanatics. Make sure you like and comment down below. Did you see Mary Poppins Returns? Did you like it? How did you feel if you were nostalgic for the original one? And if you hadn't seen the original one, then let me know how you felt about this movie with fresh eyes, not knowing anything about Mary Poppins going into it. And also make sure you subscribe. We've got more videos coming out. We just did a review for Aquaman, so that will be coming out pretty soon. Tomorrow we've got Bumblebee we've got to do. We've got trailer reactions coming up. just a whole mess of stuff that we've got to work on. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up still. End of the year videos, Oscars, just so much good movie enjoyment, entertaining stuff. So make sure you subscribe so you can be notified when those videos pop up. And as always, I've got to go fly a kite up to the highest heights. Later. Responsible!